or log into the online banking portal, or check my email, etc. So you have that change or exactly, hey, Eddie, you know, you actually the last one touched the system. What did you change? And you see all the changes I made. So this is where you have forensics. You have the corporate side that will actually look at your audit trail. You have the consumer side that needs you understand the consumer needs. And last thing, of course, is also if you could use the same platform to do the government reporting, and this is where a lot of exchanging of the Fedwire payments, and for instance, the SWIFT. You heard about all that SWIFT fraud because it's not encrypted, because anybody could generate that key and that bit code and so forth. Having a blockchain, you know exactly what that's coming on. You also know that the legitimacy of that particular transaction coming in. So now you can sort of minimize the SWIFT fraud. The application is endless just because of the blockchain. And this is where I think Dale and Jamal are understanding the consumer side of the house. They can come up with products that actually address the consumer, as well as the corporate side of needs, because all the back-end infrastructure that we need to use the encryption for. It's not going to be overnight, right? So definitely will take some time, as well as of course making sure that, hey, you know what, if you're going to be the host of my blockchain, you have to have a good infrastructure, a good understanding of security, what it needs, as well as the good security practices around it.
Yeah. So you'd expect like pretty established players to be providing the root of blockchain, in other words, not like some startup. Right.
You have to have first of all, you have to understand what I need, right? You got to sell that product. Say, hey, and you know what? Hey, Eddie, if you go on my blockchain, you could actually remove 3 or 4 of these tools or 3 or 4 of these platforms. Okay, fine. Does the blockchain work for my AWS environment? Does it work for my? Hey, you know what? They have the experience. They could easily take me there, right? So that's the scalability. And of course, being interoperable, you have to take me to the blockchain aspects of it. How do I have 3 of your products? I have 3 of the encryption methods on-prem. How do you take me there? So that's one avenue. The multi-factor authentication. You know right now is our consumer when they call in, we're not just using username and password. We use user and the SMS code, something a little bit more than just the. So that's why credit card payments, the EMV chip. You think EMV is people now actually decrypting the EMV chip, and basically now they're having their own the credit, they actually would defeat that. Going forward, you want to make sure that's been taken care of as well as being addressed. So this is where you could start understanding the current, which is and morph into some of the blockchain needs, right, or blockchain applications.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. That makes a lot of sense. So going back to your point about cloud providers. For like AWS or Azure, you expect to use their encryption, their native encryption, or would you add encryption on top of that from a third party?
So we initially started using their own internal encryption, as because we do not want to manage keys, and this is where we say, oh no, we have to use encryption. This is mandated by our regulators and by our internal auditors as well as everybody else. And so you know what? We don't know how to manage keys. We give it to AWS. AWS, you run the keys. You run the encryption for us, or you should manage the keys. So we had a problem of actually we taking one of the workloads from AWS, moved to Azure, and we moved the data as it's encrypted because we don't want to move data as not in clear text, you know. Once we move it there, hey, AWS, give me the key. And basically says, you know, I can't do that because the data has to be on-prem and that's the way. Immediately, that actually ring a bell for us. Basically, whoever holds the keys, regardless of AWS or on-prem, is God, right? It's God to me. So basically, I need to be nice to them. I need to pay the royalties. And this is where we think, you know what, we should be the key manager. We should hold the keys. And this is why we say, you know what, it's not a good practice for us going forward, have the vendor who holds our data, encrypt our data, and also have our keys. So we need to separate the keys out. And this now become more and more of a practice because of a code key. By owning a key, not only you get the safety and confidence in fact that you could look at the data